what's up? It's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back playing another episode of our Doki Doki series. Doki Doki Literature Club, I should say. As you guys are noticing, I have a new camera, finally. It's a lot better. Like a lot better. Obviously, as you can tell. Unfortunately, I filmed this episode of Doki Doki yesterday before I had the camera. I just lost the footage for the intro and the outro of the video, which is what this is, the intro. So I have to re-record it a day after, but so during the actual gameplay, it will not look like this, obviously. But last episode, we joined the literature club. We got forced to join the literature club apparently, and we are technically now supposed to, we wrote a poem trying to wow one of the girls. We were shooting for Yuri. We're gonna go back to the club today, read our poem, and find out which girl liked our poem the best. So if you guys are liking the series, give this video a big thumbs up. And also, if you guys are liking my new camera, I really love it. It was a great investment to make. So if you guys are liking it, give this video a big thumbs up as well. And also don't forget to comment. I also am going to be going back to streaming now that I have a new webcam. I think I'm going to start streaming when I have time. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, the link is down below. And yeah, I'll probably be streaming during the week. So let's get into the video. Hi again, Tiffany. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tiffany. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! As swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Tiffany always gives his best, and as long as he's having fun, he helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tiffany can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me in. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess this means that it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Should I talk in a boy voice? So any nice gesture from you is a nice, pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. My dog's barking. Well, here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. I'm channeling Hinata from Naruto. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheering conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something like something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could possibly fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we came up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberate like this. That's a good point.
In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! I have my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know.
You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out so loud.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that.
Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
How is
it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe up the stain with my finger,
but nobody ever noticed that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. What is this angle?
This is so funny.
What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you?
I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you've ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger. Again. Don't say that out loud. Anyways, you look much better now, so. But it's so stuffy. Sayori hastily unbuttoned her blazer once more.
Phew, that's so much better. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Ugh, but I was just joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out,
why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Tiffany, I can't wait to read yours. Tiffany, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poem. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bag. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? In a realistic situation, I would show Sayori. I would choose Sayori because we know her and we're friends with her already, so it'd be less embarrassing. She's my good friend after all. I agree.
Oh my goodness, this is so good, Tiffany. I love it.
I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure your opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Tiffany poem. And that makes it extra special. Extra special.
Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It kind of reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Tiffany. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Monica.
Hi, Tiffany. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Tiffany. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect.
The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way. Hole in the wall. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle? Or is that supposed to say sparkle? Protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So her poem doesn't sound very cheerful. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of the style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Do I have to share my poem with everybody? No time for it to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. And we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together, and the end results in both the styles of expressiveness and weaken. Once he refines her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. Finally building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if you usually apologize yourself to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Literature club. I am reading it. I'm just kind of reading it in my head. Ghost under the light.
How did I write like this? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? It must be this one. The last remaining street lights that have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time. Well, I just don't read script very well. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it really was descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, there's a story isn't about a ghost at all, Tiffany. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Poets. They usually do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left without nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Solemn? I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's share the last one.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass. Sigh.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay.
Like I said, for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose.
It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Just so I don't really care how old everyone is, but if it makes me feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. That was a lot of work right there. I like the music. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all, I sigh. This is what I ended up getting myself into. Customers are happily chatting. My eyes land on the Yuri and Natsuki. Natsuki's eyebrows furrowing in frustration. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Smooth or something. I guess clearly about the feeling of giving up.
How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say?
Nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. My writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Are they about to fight? Which I haven't yet. And Tiffany liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Maybe you're just jealous that Tiffany appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Ah? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you so that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tiffany started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls started at me with as I was standing there. Tiffany, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Ow. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Tiffany. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary and limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tiffany? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. I agree with they'll probably think more highly of me. I don't want to agree with any of them. Natsuki. Yuri. Sayori. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. Would you? She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I can't take myself seriously. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. What is happening right now? I'm so scared. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression. So this is why Sayori is vice president. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can't organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. Only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Tiffany, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So I promise we'll turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Tiffany, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You
You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you.
Whew. You know, Tiffany, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, we're gonna write another poem. So the thing is, I'm trying to get with Monica. Problem is, I can't remember what her poem was about. I think her poem was more sad, wasn't it? About like looking in on somebody. So maybe raindrops. See, but she's not here. Sadness. See, but they said Sayori's poems were about happy and sad, so maybe not. I don't want to put suicide. Pain. Cage. Disown. After image. I don't remember anybody's poem besides Natsuki's poem. I guess that shows what kind of poet writer I would be. Misery. Defeat. I don't know. Rain cloud. Oh, girl. I have no idea. Is there like a trick behind this? Jesus. Alright guys, this is where we're going to stop the video. This episode we went to the literature club again, read our poem, and apparently we got Sayori. So little jumping girls do matter, I guess, because Sayori did jump a lot during our picks, which I'm confused why Monica is not on there, because obviously I'm trying to go for Monica, my girl Monica. I'm trying to go for her, but she's not on there, so I guess I would prefer Yuri over Sayori, but it seems that we are meant to be with Sayori because she likes our poem. So even when we did this last poem, Sayori was jumping a lot as well. I feel like almost every single pick is her, but I think we got a lot more Yuri than Sayori this time, so I'm thinking Yuri will like our poem next. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Let me know if you guys are liking the series. What do you think this game is gonna like turn into? I can't imagine how it's gonna turn into a horror game, but it's supposed to be one. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.